The honourable member for Cape Breton-Richmond.
Mr. Speaker, this PC caucus supports, and I'm going to continue to say this in the spirit of trying to negate a false narrative, or what we'd like to call as fake news. I personally support the ferry service to Yarmouth, and I know that my caucus does as well. The minister has stated that the ferry file is, and I would agree with him, an extremely important file to Nova Scotia, yet when asked last month about who is paying for work to prepare the Bar Harbour terminal for the ferry service, he was unfamiliar with the details. The minister said, "I don't know who is doing the work. I'm not sure who that would be." Mr. Speaker, does the minister agree that he should have perhaps a passing awareness of expenditures in one of his extremely important files?
The Honourable Minister of Transportation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand in my place today and I can't say how pleased and happy I am to hear the resounding messages of support for the Yarmouth Ferry. Finally, Mr. Speaker. Finally.
The honourable member for Cape Breton-Richmond.
I believe I have the floor. A day after the minister admitted that he had no information on the cost of or who is responsible for the Bar Harbour renovations, we learned that the minister's department in fact had quite a bit of information about who was going to pay for the Bar Harbour work. An executive within Transportation and Infrastructure Renewal wrote on January 22nd, the province of Nova Scotia is responsible for funding the costs, including the cost of upgrading the Bar Harbour ferry terminal property. I'll table that document. Again, several weeks later, the minister claimed he had no knowledge of who was responsible for costs. Can the minister please explain to this House if his department routinely makes significant commitments, millions of dollars worth, of taxpayers' dollars without consulting the minister?
The Honourable Minister of Transportation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I just want to re-emphasize that every year at the public accounts process that all costs associated with this service are absolutely released for public consumption, Mr. Speaker. And I would also say that I am very pleased to report that sales are brisk currently for the service relocation to Bar Harbour, and I'd like to table a document that speaks to that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.